some more than others.
We're having deep combos.
We had a deep conversation.
I distracted you, and I'm sorry.
My headphone levels are all blacked out. We're good. We're good now.
It's Wednesday.
I like to take it up
Wednesday.
to the very last second.
Oh, and we did. Yeah, Scott, make note it's hump day.
All right.
Noted. Hump. D-A-Y. My subdivision is having their annual garage sale today.
Oh, great. Do you have anything out for grabs?
No.
I need to do a garage sale.
No.
Hey, did I read somewhere that garage sales are illegal?
Well, then we're outlaws, dude.
I'm serious. No, I think there's actually
I'm sure in certain municipalities.
But no, I think it's against the rules in certain municipalities. But I think it's technically legal because you're selling things without a permit. You're not paying taxes on it.
But you already bought it and paid taxes on things. So, you can do with what you please.
What's the difference between that and Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't argue with me, man. I'm just telling you what I heard.
It's big resell that's against it.
Everything you say, I'm going to agree with you because I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's if that is a rule, or maybe it's a municipality by municipality thing.
Well, how does Goodwill get away? I was at Goodwill this weekend and I bought a really cute little backpack. Okay, and how do they get around? How can they tax anyone? Everybody's dropping crap off at Goodwill, and then there's sales tax.
So when you buy something from Goodwill, there's sales tax.
I think there was, yeah. Or the price is built in to have tax. I bought this little St. Louis Zoo kids backpack, and it was $4.77.
Plus tax.
No, I think it was just $4.77. But I think the tax is built into the price.
Listen, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Well, remember, you can write off
all I know is
donations.
If I go down to Goodwill with a trunk full of crap and they give me a receipt, I go, great.
Okay, so
I give it to the
guys,
tax guy.
This is funny. We're talking about thrift stores because I went to Savers this weekend, and her manager gave me a whole bunch of pins.
Yeah, but Savers. Okay, so there's
sweet.
a couple Savers in the
so
area.
Awesome.
There's one Clayton and Clarkson.
That's the one with the red logo.
Has a blue, I thought.
Whatever. But are they even a charity?
Who knows?
No, they're
Savers.
business.
They're straight up here, just take my crap out of my. Here's my garbage. Sell it.
Sell it. Sell my garbage.
You don't get a receipt for it.
Nor should you.
Wait, you don't get a charitable
for Savers?
Yeah,
I don't believe so.
If I was to donate to Savers, you're saying I don't get a charitable donation?
No, because I don't think they're a charity.
I like how we just let things exist and nobody knows how anything works ever, right? We all just take it for granted.
If I'm not mistaken, somebody will correct me if I'm wrong.
It's publicly for-profit thrift store.
Right. Savers, I don't want this. I want this to be somebody else's problem.
Here, you sell this.
You sell this, and I will take no money.
Which is still a good service because the people that don't want the write-off or care and have the stuff and don't want to see it in a trash heap.
What would otherwise go in the garbage?
Yeah,
we've dropped stuff off at Savers.
This is good.
And Savers, I appreciate them because other thrift stores around the area have somehow increased prices with the inflation, and Savers, for the most part, their prices are still very thrift store
I've
price.
walked around there.
Yeah.
I guess this is the clothing that smells like cigarettes rack.
Thanks, Aunt Joan.
It does say here that garage sales are legal, but some cities and counties do require a permit to organize it. I guess there is some states that maybe you got to check on, if you make a certain amount, you got to pay taxes on it.
You're not making a lot.
Nah, don't.
You're not making a lot of these things. We did one once when we lived in Chesterfield. When we had the Ladue Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, right.
Before we moved.
Interesting.
You were a bouncer at that Roadhouse, right?
That driveway sloped all the way down, so you just had people come down there. Or did you do it up on a street or something?
Oh no, we had
did it
down
on the bottom.
Yeah. People parked on the street, and it was like a Saturday morning. We put all we had these clothing racks, and we were trying to downsize before we moved.
Yeah.
How much grip did you make?
Yeah, dude. What happened? Down payment done?
Well, I'll just say, if time is money, then the pay sucks.
Yeah.
And we started the garage sale at 6:30. Because I had read, this is when you got to start. This is when the real garage sale
hawks come out.
The buyers are out. So, we advertised on Facebook. And man, 6:30 came. I open up the garage and I'm starting to push stuff out in the driveway, and there were people like starting to park on the street.
Cool.
And people haggling over stuff that's like, it's like $1. I'll give you 50 cents for it.
Whatever, take it.
Whatever, just
get this out of
That's
here.
what they live for, though. Man.
But if you do another garage sale, would you let me know? Because I want to.
I'm never doing.
I'm
going
to camp out all night, so I could be the very first one.
I want to.
Never again.
Dude, I have one memory. My parents aren't garage sale people. They're minimalists anyway, so I'm not sure what we would ever have to sell because we never had anything. But my
precious moments.
Yeah, never. Those aren't leaving the building. So my only memory of a garage sale at my parents' house when I was a kid was my mother arguing with a lady who tried to pay with a check. It's like an $8 check, and my mom was like, "No, I'm not going to take that." And she's like, "What do you mean? Like, I live right up the street." And she was saying, like, "Here's my address." And the address was on the check, and I didn't know really what checks were, or I thought it was money. I've seen my parents pay at the grocery store with a check, so I thought this gal was trying to give her $8, and my mother was refusing, and she walked away, and my mom was chirping at her sister or something about like, I don't know if that's going to clear. She's going to rob me, and I thought, rob you? It's like a $6 shirt or something.
So no, here's basically what it is. It's basically you've accumulated all this stuff, so. You spend the Friday night pricing the stuff, and then you drag it outside. You set up nice displays. You babysit the thing for a couple hours. And finally, maybe you get a grand total of $30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you're
lucky.
If you're there all day, all weekend.
Like I'm haggling over. We had an old, remember Von Dutch?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
the trucker hats.
Trucker hat. Somebody gave us like a bag. It was like a big logoed.
Oh yeah,
Von Dutch
and
bag.
That means you made it if someone gave you a bag of that.
Well, they look like bowling ball bags.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
And they were like super popular. Maybe
popular
even
at the
expensive.
Hotties.
I thought it was Von Dutch. Is it really Von?
I have no idea.
Or you just a
Did
Von
you say
Douche?
Von Douche?
Von
It's Von
Douche.
Douche.
He said Von Douche.
Is it Von Dutch?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's how I said it.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought it was always Von Dutch.
Dutch.
No idea.
Some East Coast.
Doesn't matter.
That slaps.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The bowling ball bag. Priced reasonably for $3.
$3.
$3.
Wow.
I want it out.
What
Gotta get it out of here.
It was 10 years late, though.
I gotta get. This was.
Talk about a Von deal.
This is only like 6 years late, man.
Von Dutch was like 01. What
Okay,
year
this
was
is
this?
2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, $3 is probably a
Somebody
good
gave it to
starting
us.
point.
They still go for $150 on their website.
$150.
Yeah. And you
$3.
So that's a
a
Von
steal.
deal.
Oh no, haggled down to $1.50.
Might as well.
And you sold it for $1.50?
Yeah.
Well, then they got it half price.
Dude,
You're the sucker.
Yeah, you're the sucker, and they turned around and they sold it for probably $5.
Probably.
Unless you got something really good, it's always just trying to get this stuff off of your lot.
Yeah.
You will take and the
Yeah.
buyers know that. Anything that's out on your lawn, you don't want anymore. So you will haggle down. That's
Hey.
the whole gimmick.
Yeah, you know that your neighbors are selling their trash.
Yeah. And you might want their trash. And that's
It's
cool.
moving trash from one place to another.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
And when the sale's over, what do you do with the stuff that you didn't sell?
Throw it in the trash.
Savers.
You drag it back into the house.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's when you take it to the Goodwill or wherever you take your
I like
donations.
to donate it to my neighbors. Just leave it in their yards.
I like to light it on fire.
Do you do consignments? Like I take some of my good clothes, my like cute hippie
My wife
clothes.
does.
I take them to go get sold, and so you can make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
My wife would like build up.
Same.
So they'd have like a Gucci purse or something at this consignment store, and she'd build up to get it.
Build up to get it.
Oh,
like so
she
she'd like drop clothes off,
Okay.
older clothes, and they give you credit,
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
and then you could build up enough credit to get whatever high end item they have there.
They have that's on consignment from someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I had
Like,
to,
oh, look at that Gucci purse. All right,
Fascinating.
Lots of cool bags
Yeah.
at your house. It sounds like.
I know.
the Von Dutch thing. Somebody gave that to us.
Oh, so you made $1.50.
I made $1.50.
That's
I
pretty
didn't
sweet.
buy
Why are you
it.
complaining?
That
That's
is
nice.
profit.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, I just remember back in the day, we had Moon and I had a friend that she found a couple of thrift stores in like Catholic churches or whatever. They would sell them on the certain weekends, and it was like incredible stuff, and it was pennies. Like it cost her nothing. So she'd go buy a ton of stuff,
Right.
take it all to the consignment shop. She'd make a few $100s, and then whatever she didn't get, she just donated to Goodwill.
that?
And
Yeah, dude, you find somebody that and you got to you got to do your research and find the neighborhoods that are like, okay, there's some money over in this place. But
the estate sales are different. Estate sales are different.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you find, some Catholic charity or a Goodwill or something in a particular, just close enough to a particular neighborhood where there's some gal out there that has to have the new Kate Spade stuff, and the old Kate Spade stuff she doesn't have room for, and it doesn't matter, and she'll literally drop off a $600 purse or something somewhere because she doesn't care. It's not $600 to her.
Yeah.
And then when you find these kind of gems, you just check in every 3 weeks or so because you never know.
Well, and somebody says it's a great place to buy power tools.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, Savers?
No, at
estate sales and garage sales.
Oh, garage sales.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I love going to some of the ritzy neighborhoods. Like if you have a Ladue garage sale or estate sale happening, go. Because there is so much cool stuff that these millionaires here in town just get rid of that are brand new that they didn't need or in great condition. Sometimes
Isn't it
you
weird
get
to go
cool
to
records.
an estate sale? We went to one once and we might as well stop here. And we go in and it was the entire home, like the kids' room, the parents, everything was loaded with stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you can find some great deals there. But you know what a garage sale also does? It makes you feel rotten about wasting your money. Also, when you drag your stuff out, you're hanging stuff up, you go, man, I once thought I would wear a leather vest.
Yeah.
and I spent $150 on a leather vest. But now I'm offloading it for $5.
Well, it's amazing.
What a waste.
When you go down and you're like, why did my neighbor need 3 Orlando Pace jerseys? I mean, these are all the same jersey. I love doing those estate sales and just kind of especially when you get to walk through the house and you're like, wow, look how other people live. This is wild.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch. The best is this people buying it. I mean, the excitement, people trying to research things to get the deal of a lifetime.
No. Well, there are people there that are all business. The people that go early are all business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do this every weekend.
Mm-hmm. Make a living off of it, some of them.
My daughter slept in this giant sleigh bed. I mean, old, vintage, antique from the 1800s. I mean, the coolest freaking bed you've ever seen. And I got that for, I think, $100 at an estate sale off of Delmar. You know those big old giant stone homes that are so cool and expensive? It's just one of those driving by, look at an estate sale. That's kind of neat. Walked out with a giant bed.
Great.
Had to go rent a truck.
Well, again, there's a big difference between a subdivision garage sale and an estate sale.
Yeah.
The estate sales are run professionally.
Yeah, they hire.
I got a couple card tables out.
Yeah, they hire those companies. They go out. They go through there. They price everything. They welcome you. They kind of tell you what's in here, how to behave.
The cool thing is if you go the last day, like on a Sunday, towards the end, they're just kind of whatever, just take it.
To get rid of it.
They're trying to give
$3.
They're trying to give $10 away for a quarter
on the garage sale tip. And people do steal stuff. I know people were stealing stuff from the Riz family garage sale.
Oh, really?
I was sitting there in a lawn chair just watching people, and I know people are taking stuff off the table, and that's fine.
You think so?
It's not.
You really believe that about your fellow neighbors?
I mean, come on.
These were no neighbors. Nice. No neighbors were there.
Did you ask them what zip code?
No neighbor came to the...
I think it's kind of weird to go to your neighbor.
No neighbor came to the garage sale.
What am I supposed to do? Walk past it?
Well, no. I mean, it's fine to say hi and whatever, but I don't know if I would buy something from my neighbor.
Oh, you'd feel awkward?
I'd feel awkward. I'd be like...
There were no neighbors there. It was all people from out of...
town.
Out of whatever.
Or street.
They drove in.
Right.
What item would make you feel too uncomfortable? You really want it, but you're like, I can't.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of
house.
feel like I don't want them thinking I was like looking at their house, thinking I'm going to buy some of this stuff. Like I don't know.
I'd like to go over there and be like, do you know that clock that used to be on your wall?
Yeah. Can
Is
I
that
have
out
that?
here?
Do you have that?
Do you have?
All right, here are things you should never sell at a garage sale. All right, there's a list of things you should never sell at a garage sale. Used underwear.
Right.
Whatever, man.
Those are for online sale.
I don't care how broke you are. That's nasty. Medicine. Don't sell medicine.
Wait.
That's illegal.
I thought that was cool.
Besides being illegal to buy and sell drugs at a garage sale, who would be dumb enough to
Well, if you have an alleyway
to pop
behind
someone's old prescription meds?
Where are your medicines? Behind the underwear.
Actually, you know what? Who would be dumb enough? There are people that are dumb enough. I think I know people that would
for sure.
pop people's prescription meds.
Wow, a fairly full bottle of Tums.
Now it's like, ooh, 5 Xanax. Cool. I mean, the prescription.
What could go wrong?
Personal hygiene products. I've always been stumped when I see others like selling half-empty bottles of shampoo.
Mm-hmm. Yucky.
When
slightly used makeup.
Yeah. Ew.
I do like buying that.
That's gross. When we moved into our place now, there was a place just around the corner that had an estate sale. And I think somebody must have passed away or something because nothing was touched, nothing was moved. And they're like, everything's for sale, like everything. And we had these bookshelves. And what do you know? I need books for bookshelves.
Came with the books.
Oh, man, I think I spent $10. I got 50-something.
Great.
Oh, it was the best.
Great.
But those books are easy to find because their last name is just inside the cover on everything. There's names on all these books.
So, okay, well.
It's fine.
That's kind of fun, though.
That's fine. It makes a bookshelf look fun.
Yeah, it just looks like I robbed somebody.
Well, nobody's going to. They just see a full bookshelf. They go, oh, this guy reads.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they're all books that I wanted.
This guy, look at this guy, reads. Okay, also, don't sell adult movies at a garage sale unless you have a beaded curtain.
Yeah, yes. Unless you made the garage a beaded curtain room.
Like a beaded curtain room, like the old
video stores.
The old video
Family
stores.
Dollar video.
All right, this is the adult section. It's like old
Not a bad
Playboys
idea.
and penthouses and porn.
You could sell all sorts of nasty
Not a
stuff
terrible
in there.
idea.
That's where you can make your money. You know, on old Dad's Playboy collection.
Yep. Sometimes you got those vintage Playboys. People collect those. You go to any sort of, antique store around town, you can buy vintage Playboys. So people are reselling them.
Yeah, I had a friend in high school. His dad had the entire, I guess, every issue, and it was in like an old movie-looking trunk. You know, like the old classic trunk,
like a steamer trunk.
Yeah, and you open up this trunk, and it's all stacked and organized, and clearly this guy was looking to have the whole collection and sell it someday.
Learn on the farm.
Yeah.
I told you guys we have a ton of Playboys, like old from like the 1960s. Pretty decent condition up until like the mid to late 80s.
Wow. Like every issue?
Every issue.
What you gonna do with that? Garage sale?
You
At the next Riz Show garage sale.
Do the beaded curtain.
You gonna part it out? Or you gonna sell it as the whole collection?
Yeah, right. Here's your
I gotta
box
go. I
full
gotta
of
go
porn.
through them because I'm sure some particular magazines are worth more than others.
Right.
Gonna do that with gloves, though, I assume.
Boner Jams
No.
03.
And you could tell. Style changes from the 60s all the way.
Well, yeah.
Up
What do you
into
mean?
the- up
Pubic
into the 80s.
hairstyle? Yes.
I didn't say that.
It's a history.
We know what you're
The Merkin
thinking.
fell out of style for a while.
Okay, no, I'm saying like adult movies, like VHS. Like, oh, look, this is Say Aloha to My A-Hola. Okay, love that movie. I have
That is
parts.
the best.
2, 3, and 4.
Oh, you have movies from the farm?
No,
Oh,
these
just
are just
the magazines.
magazines. I'm just saying, no, at your garage sale, don't sell like VHS porn.
Yeah.
Don't sell broken things, which should go without saying. But there could be broken things that don't look broken. That's just bad karma.
It is.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And
like a
wrong.
record
It's
all right
player
to
that
say-
It's
doesn't work.
rude. It's bad karma. All that's rolled into one.
It's okay to sell it if you're telling them, hey, it doesn't work. And
Needs some work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can fix it if you want, or I'll throw it away.
By the way, Sarah checking in says at Savers, they provide a card with a QR code, which takes you to a tax-deductible form for Veterans of America. So,
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank
Great.
you,
Sarah.
That makes me feel better.
Look at that.
Yeah.
right on.
That is
And
very cool.
if I'm no tax expert here, but it's like $100 a donation. I think up to $25 per year. Look into it. Ask a
Okay.
professional.
Great. Don't sell worn plates, pots, and other cookware, especially like stuff that's like rusty or like the flaky nonstick coating is like coming
Yeah,
off.
the Teflon.
Come on, man.
You're eating half Teflon.
Also, hey,
Hey.
why are you buying that stuff?
Maybe it's you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Dude, up until
Desperate
just
times.
a couple of years ago, we had that. I was like, we got to get rid of that.
You got to get rid of that, man. That's all going into your food.
Listen, man, I've said it 100 times. I know. I finally won the fight.
We've really, in the Riz house, moved away from like the nonstick coating stuff.
Yeah, we have two now, but it took a minute. It was a process. It's all in my blood now.
Yeah, way to go. Also, this was an important one that I saw on this list of things not to sell, like drop side cribs, or like baby stuff that's been like recalled, like because of safety issues.
Well,
gosh.
So that I don't know. It's a gray area because the problem with those things, any
They said
baby
specific.
thing,
So remember the drop side cribs?
not really.
Like kids were getting killed.
It had like a fence, or
The
I mean,
fence,
like a gate
guillotine
thing?
on it?
The fence, but like you could like push it or pull it, and it would drop down.
Okay, I know. I feel like I can visualize what you're saying. That had a recall on it?
Oh yeah, they don't sell those anymore.
Well, I mean, do people know that though? Here's what I'm saying about the baby stuff. You can't donate it. Goodwill won't take it. You can't, because there's too many safety concerns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they don't know how you may have messed it up, or maybe the handle's not great. Like, they don't want to risk it. No liability there. So what are you supposed to do with this stuff? I got a stroller that cost me $500, and no cousins are going to take it. That's garage sale material,
know,
brother. That's where I'm going to make the
money
the
kind of
beef
back.
Yeah,
but you're selling something knowing there's possibly safety risks.
I'm not saying I would sell something if I knew there were safety risks. I don't think anybody's going to do that.
This is where you go get a Bichon Freeze so it can just ride in that little cart for a long time. And
like, so drop side cribs, the cribs drop down sides can malfunction, attach, or otherwise fail, causing part of the drop side to fall out of position, creating a space in which the infant or toddler can roll and become wedged or entrapped.
Golly.
Chances are, if you have something that's made news like that, it's been in a dumpster for a while anyway.
Also, child car seats.
They're like helmets, right? Like one and done kind of thing?
Child car seats could be a little pricey, but it's a kid's safety we're talking about here. I would say to not sell your kid's outgrown car seat unless you know for sure there have been no recalls on it.
This car seat works great. It's only been through 10 wrecks. It's a good deal.
Don't sell smelly items, moldy items, dusty things.
What am I supposed to sell?
That is where you really find your deals, is strollers. Because man, when you're going through kids, when you're broke and you need a stroller, everything's a Rolls Royce, man. It's just like, how am I going to cart this kid? I cannot afford the stroller anywhere new. And once you find one at a garage sale, you're like, oh my gosh,
you know what?
How many kids are going through this?
I remember when the boy was born. You know, we had to get the best.
No, yeah. So you
the
can
best
run behind
stroller,
it. And,
you know, what a waste. What a friggin' waste.
But that's what I mean. You find one for $25 at a garage sale
for
that
the
looks
girl,
in good shape.
And for the girl, it was like, okay, when she grew out of the one car seat we had, or not the car seat, the stroller, like a $7 umbrella stroller. That you just, here you go.
Yeah.
It rolls.
Yeah.
You're fine.
It moves. It helps.
It
me.
moves.
I don't
You're
have to carry
fine.
you.
So, hey, good luck, and I'm not participating. Never again.
Doggone it.
Never again.
If
garage
you do,
sale.
though, let me know because I'll camp out and be the first one in line.
Never again. Hey, when we were getting off the air yesterday, you know, we broke the news that Whitey Herzog had passed away at the age of 92. And, you know, watching all the coverage on every news station, you know, last night, I this is another moment where me not being from here, I will never really truly get what kind of impact that Whitey Herzog had on people of St. Louis.
Yeah, huge, man.
As the manager of the Cardinals from 1980 to 1990, you know, those are people in their 40s and in their 30s, their formidable years when they got into baseball. You know, those are the Cardinal teams that they rooted for when they were kids.
Right.
It made it exciting. And I'll say this, and I know you're going to get into it, and everybody knows what he did here, but if Herzog wasn't here in the 90s, in that particular stadium, we could...
Well, in the 80s. So 1980 to 1990.
Yeah, what did I say?
90s.
I'm sorry. If he wasn't here in the 80s, in that particular stadium, we could have and probably would have had a very boring decade of baseball.
Yeah, I mean, he changed baseball for a whole, you know,
Yeah.
like,
especially
10 years or whatever because of Whitey Ball. Like
he's got a style of baseball named after him.
Yeah, but it's a huge impact on the sport.
Yeah, and that style had its place and had to have its place in Cardinal baseball because of Busch Stadium at the time.
And remember, a few years ago, we had at this out the Hoots. What's it called?
Carshield Field.
Yeah, Carshield Field. We had Vince Coleman out there, and he was coaching. He was talking about what frustrates him about modern baseball, and he loves the Whitey Ball kind of era.
It was fun.
It was so good, man, and the bases they were stealing and all that.
So what is Whitey Ball? And actually, there's a Wikipedia entry on what is Whitey Ball, named after former Cardinal manager Whitey Herzog.
Can we guess some of the points of it? Oh, I think one of the points is you're playing with a team that's in a turf stadium that is not super home run friendly, and you're playing with teams that aren't built around a single power hitter.
That's it. That's almost exactly it.
Yeah, so we're not like Babe Ruth balling it or Derek Jeter or whoever you want to talk about, Aaron Judge. We didn't have any of that kind of stuff. So he's got Ozzie Smith, Vince Coleman, and probably 6 other guys that I can't think of right now that can switch hit. Terry Pendleton, all these switch hit guys.
That also have speed.
Yeah, so it's all about speed, base running. I think line drives were a big part of it.
Bunting was big.
Yeah, and just like quick, fast, inside the park sort of runs, and then super crazy focus on defense.
So coined by the press during the 1982 World Series, described the style of Herzog's St. Louis Cardinals. The team won the World Series without a typical power hitter. Instead, using speed on the base paths, solid pitching, excellent defense, and line drive base hits. Whitey Ball was well suited to the fast, hard AstroTurf surface of Busch Stadium, which created large, unpredictable bounces when the ball hit it at sharp angles. He used a strategy for his team during the 80s until he left in 1990.
Yeah, it was really cool to see like strategy into baseball depending on your environment.
He also just seemed like a nice man.
Yeah,
like a no BS guy.
Yeah, I saw him at Schnucks once.
Oh, you did?
In the dairy section.
Of course.
Did he have a strategy there that? Okay. He's like,
he's got a strategy.
Yeah. I feel like Whitey Herzog would have only drank D milk, like no almond milk, no skim.
Oh no, white
straight
milk.
D,
straight white cow's milk.
Give it to me.
No, they had a nice little write up in STL today, and Derek Gould had just reading up about the guy. He's a local guy.
Yeah, that's what made it special too.
Like he's from New Athens.
New Athens, that's right. Yeah.
Which is what 45, 50 minutes from St. Louis, from Busch Stadium.
Illinois.
Played for a few years. I forget where he played.
Yeah.
I'll read. He never made it to the majors.
Oh, I thought he did.
Never made it to the majors. So Whitey Herzog, real name Darrell Norman Elvert Herzog.
Great name.
Darrell Norman Elvert Herzog.
That is awesome.
And again, I'm reading this from Derek Gould's article. Was born in New Athens, November 9th, 1931. He joked during his Hall of Fame induction speech that if not for baseball, he would have stayed in his working-class hometown, digging ditches or something. He starred in basketball and baseball, and out of high school, signed a contract with the New York Yankees. In 1949, he debuted with the Yankees Class D affiliate in McAlester, Oklahoma, where he picked up the nickname Whitey. He hit .279 that summer with a .361 on-base percentage and 15 stolen bases to launch a career that would include 6 seasons in the minors. Oh, he did play in the majors. I'm sorry. And nearly 9 in the majors. My mistake.
Okay. I was just saying.
My mistake.
I thought I got had on that baseball card I bought.
During his minor league career, Herzog would compete for attention with within the Yankees organization against a young outfielder named Mickey Mantle.
Who's that guy?
And in the late 1950s, Herzog would call Satchel Paige a teammate.
Wow.
He reached the majors in 1956 and played parts of 3 seasons for the Washington Senators before moving to the Kansas City Athletics, Baltimore, and Detroit. Played 634 games in the majors, hit .257 with a .354 on-base percentage.
Pretty nice.
While he never made the majors with the Yankees, he did meet his mentor there, Casey Stengel, an all-time great manager. Stengel remained an influence in Herzog's career. He was scouted, coached, and served as director of player development for the New York Mets. He was part of the group that built the World Series team in Queens in 1969 and 73. Herzog got his first manager position in the majors with Texas back in 1973. He managed the Angels in 74 before moving to Kansas City. It was there on the Royals' home turf that the seeds of Whitey Ball began. In 1980, the Cardinals hired Herzog as general manager and manager, and the first in decades to hold both positions. He inherited a club that had not finished higher than third in the division since